Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Jelly Bean, and this is Bella, and this is their channel. I am just your co-host, Alita, and these are my books. Sometimes we talk about books. Okay, we usually talk about books, but these two think the world revolves around them. So I thought we would give them their 30 seconds of fame. Okay? Good. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a tag. I think it's like the 20 questions about me or getting to know me tag. So you kind of get to know a little bit more about me and less about my books. So I figured it was kind of a chatty video, so I would just sit here on my floor in front of my bookshelves and we would do this. I was tagged by Heather from Bell's Library, so thank you, Heather. And it's been a while since I saw this video. I think it was like a month ago, something like that. February 24th, so over a month. And I haven't watched it since then, but let's get into it. Question number 1. What's your channel about? Well, my channel is about books and reading, and sometimes we have dogs in my videos, and sometimes I vlog. How old are you? I just had my 29th birthday last week. What is your relationship status? I am married. I have been married for a few years now, but we've been together for 11 years, so. Oh, did you go to college, and what's your occupation? I just graduated from university in December. That was a long, trying road, and now I am a kindergarten teacher. I got a kindergarten teaching job straight out of college. I started mid-year. I do not suggest that to any teachers. I would say wait until the beginning of the year because it's so stressful. But I don't know. I hear that the first 2 or 3 years of teaching are going to be the worst. You are going to go home crying and wishing that you weren't a teacher. And I have already done that a few times. But, you know, it's also the most rewarding job in the world, seeing those kids, and I just love it. Where are you from and where do you live? Well, I am from the Pacific Northwest. I'm from like Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington area. Not Vancouver, Canada. I'm not Canadian. But there's this, you know, Portland, Oregon, and then on the other side in the state of Washington, not Washington, D.C., I know what you're thinking, but in the state of Washington, there's Vancouver. So, Vancouver, Washington. And I live in Tucson, Arizona. That's where I went to college, and now it's where I work. Looking back, what would you have told your 10-year-old self? Oh man, I would tell that girl to stop beating herself up, to stop blaming herself, because you are too little, you are too young to have the world on your shoulders. You don't need to do that to yourself. Tell us about your family. Okay, well, here in Tucson, it is me and my hubby, Patrick, and our 2 lovely dogs that you saw. And, Jelly Bean. Bella, come here, Mama. And Bella Boo. And our newest addition, she just tried to kiss me. Our newest addition is Simon. Sometimes he is running around in his ball and, you know, he moves the tripod. But that is our family here. And then we have my parents up north. My parents have been divorced since as long as I can remember, but they both still live in the same state. So my mom lives in Vancouver, Washington, and my dad lives in Castle Rock, Washington, which is a couple hours away. Then I have my two brothers. My older brother is newly married, kind of, and has a baby who I haven't met yet, and I just like really need to meet Delaney. So Delaney, if you are watching this, we are going to be best friends. We are best friends. It's okay. I'm going to be the best auntie ever, even though I have yet to meet Delaney, but I have her picture up here, right up there. But my younger brother, Matthew, is always my best friend growing up. And now he's like going back and getting his high school diploma. And when I say my baby brother, like I know what you're thinking, like a baby brother. He will always be my baby brother, even though he's taller than me and he's 22. Oh my gosh. My baby brother is 22. No, 23. Oh my gosh. And then we have my husband's family that lives in Bullhead City, and he has his parents and his two brothers, although his baby brother just moved to Wyoming like a year ago. Wow. He's been there for a while. Yeah, I don't know how far I'm supposed to go with our family, but yeah, that's a little bit of my family. I have lots of aunts and uncles and my grandma and What's your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday has always been Christmas, although if you watch my channel and you know me in real life, some might say my favorite holiday is my birthday, but not everyone knows about my birthday, even though that's a tragedy and you should all know when my birthday is. It's April 9th, if you were wondering, so, you know, it just passed. But I start telling people about my birthday like weeks in advance so that there's no way you won't remember. But generally speaking, it's been Christmas. I love giving gifts and seeing people's reactions. Okay, if you have no budget, what is your dream vacation? Easy. I would travel the world. And when I say the world, I mean the world. I would take 3 months to go to every state, including all the ones that I've already been to. My husband and I love road trips, so we would take 3 to 4 months just to drive the entirety of every single state, every single city. And then we would go to Europe because I've always wanted to backpack through Europe. So backpacking through Europe, and then just, I want to see everything. Then we'd go to like South America and Brazil, and I know that Brazil's in South America, don't come at me. But yeah, I just want to go everywhere and do everything. So if there's no budget, I would literally take 2 years, maybe 3 years, and just drive everywhere in the United States, then Canada, then go see Alaska and Hawaii. Ooh, Hawaii would be fun. Then all the islands and the beaches, every single beach in the world, then backpack through Europe and go to South America, and I just want to go everywhere. Name your biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve. Okay, fine. I'm gonna say like a bookish pet peeve because I can't really think of any right now. And it's gonna be funny because I literally do this too. So sometimes, it's not very often, but you know when like you put a book like this to save your page, I hate that. And I used to be the type that would dog ear my pages, but I'm gonna show you like why you get a bookmark, they exist, or throw a freaking receipt in your paper or in your book. I do that too. I have a million bookmarks, but yet I still choose to do that. Oh, I guess one of my pet peeves is when like people show me their chewed up food in their mouth. My kindergartners love to do that to me because they know it annoys me. What book changed your life? I'm going with One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I actually just finished this today and I was a sobbing mess. I guess I like books that are gonna destroy you emotionally. So if you're taking these as recommendations, please do, but also know you will never be the same after them. So then there's If I Stay by Gail Forman. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I know this is such a cliche, but it's so true. Then there's A Dog's Purpose by W. Bruce Cameron. And Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. I do have to say that out of all of these, this one is probably the lightest emotionally. That these ones will wreck your life, whereas this one will only maybe wreck your day or maybe your week, depending on what kind of week you're having. What simple invention improved the world? Oh yeah, I remember. I guess I'm gonna go with like blood transfusions because they quite literally save lives. And I know that there's so many other things that I could say here, but I don't know. Maybe the education profession, because that would be a big thing that changed my life specifically. But I know that, you know, growing up you go to school and then I chose to go back to school and like live there and teach. So that's something that changed the world, but blood transfusions literally save lives. I know that they saved mine when I was little. Favorite movies or TV shows? Oh my gosh, I could make a video just on my favorite movies and then my favorite TV shows, but maybe I'll give you two of each. So there's Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. If you've never watched it, it is so funny and it is such a good movie. And then the other movie is, there's two that are coming to my mind, but I said I'm only going to give you two. Okay, Sleeping with the Enemy with Julia Roberts. It's an oldie but a goodie. It's about this woman who is in an abusive marriage, so she fakes her death and runs away, and it's so suspenseful and so good. And then two TV shows. Friends is probably to this day one of my favorite TV shows ever. Just the comedy, and it's I've tried to rewatch it recently, and it's definitely 90s vibes, but I don't mind. It brings me back to my childhood. And then Law & Order SVU, Olivia Benson. You know, she was my role model as a child. Describe yourself using 3 fictional characters. Okay, Olivia Benson, because she's like a badass, and I've always thought that, you know, I want to be more like that. Then, Hazel from Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, because she's a kindergarten teacher. And Darby from No Exit, just because again, she's another, like, badass. She makes some really awesome decisions. And as a teacher, you have to make, like, I think they said hundreds of thousands of choices in a day as a teacher, just like small things that you don't even realize that you have to decide until you're a teacher. And then Darby, she has to make these decisions that are ultimately going to either help or hurt this child that she's trying to save, and she has to make these decisions super quick. So in that aspect, I think that I'm kind of like her. What was your dream job? Ooh, oh, this is interesting. So as a child, I wanted to be a pediatric oncology nurse, which is just a kid's cancer nurse. I am a cancer survivor, and I always thought that that's where my heart was and that's where I would end up, but it just didn't work out for me. I did go to school to become a CNA, and I couldn't do it. It was too hard, but I do appreciate nurses that much more because I know it's a profession that I could never see myself doing. If magic was real, what spell would you learn first? Ooh. Maybe a spell in which I could, like, zap myself to different places. Like, I love road trips and everything like that, and it wouldn't stop me from still going on road trips with my husband, but if I had the power to just, like, zap myself home and I could, like, eat dinner with my mom and make sure that she was okay, I didn't have to save up enough money for gas or an airplane ticket, that would be so helpful. Or, you know, I could just check in on my dad, especially right now when they have these medical issues going on, and it's always, like, right there at the forefront of my mind, like, oh my gosh, how are they doing today? What's going on? I wish I could help them. And, like, just being able to zap myself there and check in and, you know, have dinner and then zap myself back for work the next day, or so that I could go to sleep in my bed that same night, you know, it would be so helpful. And I know that, like, it would really help me to be able to go explore some of the world when I don't have time off from work or the money to. Although I would still really love road trips because that's one of my favorite things, especially with my husband. Then, share a favorite childhood memory. Okay, I don't know why this just popped in my head, but we're gonna go with it. So I think I was like 4. I want to say I was like 3, probably 4. It couldn't have been 3. But I had this beautiful blue dress with white polka dots, and it had like little ruffles on the bottom, and I was so happy, and my mom helped me curl my hair, and we were going to this photo shoot to, you know, get some pictures taken. And we went to the restaurant that my mom managed, cooked, waitressed, she did everything. We went to this restaurant, and I don't remember why we were there, but I remember stopping in for a minute, and the cook in the back, he was like very greasy, and you know, he'd been cooking all day, and he's just like, oh, I'm gonna come get you, and I'm gonna like ruin everything. And I remember screaming out of the kitchen and like wanting to hide. I think I might have hid behind my mom, and it wasn't that it scared me, it was just that I looked really pretty that day and I didn't want anything to get ruined. And I don't know why that memory popped into my head, but it was really funny, and I remember like screaming playfully and having a huge smile on my face though. What is your favorite social media platform and why? Probably YouTube. It's where I get like most of my content ideas and mostly where I upload. And I've been trying to get better at Instagram. I'm still not all that good, but I have done a couple reels on Instagram, and my goal was to post every single day in 2022. I did not do that, but that's okay. I'm not mad at myself anymore. If you could pick any book character, who would you spend the day with? Cassie. Cassie from the Fifth Wave series. Although I would particularly hang out with her, Cassie from the Fifth Wave and the Infinite Sea. I don't think that Cassie in The Last Star was true to Cassie of the first two books. And I don't know if that makes sense or not, but yeah, she was like my best friend. I have reread that book so many times that I probably know every word in that book, but I don't care. Cassie and I would be best friends. And I know that's weird because she's like 16 and I'm 29 now, but you know what? She would be more my age or I would be more her age. And we would not be living through an apocalypse like she is. Yeah, we'll go with that. What is your spirit animal? Oh my gosh, this brings me back to middle school. Me and my friends all gave each other spirit animal like names. I think that I was Blue Bear. So I'm gonna go with a bear is my spirit animal because I'm so cuddly and huggable and right Bella? Yeah. We'll go with that. What old person thing do you do? Old person thing? Go to bed early, wake up early. I used to my grandpa would tell me, oh, I'm up at 5 every morning, and I'm like, ugh. And I was just like, no way, I'm never gonna be that person. Well, my first alarm goes off at 4:30 in the morning. Do you have a hidden talent? Maybe. I mean, photography. I don't know if that's really a hidden talent, but I used to love going on photo shoots, and when hubby man and I go on road trips, I take millions of pictures, and typically I don't Photoshop them because I want them to have natural beauty, and I kind of really want to get back into my photography because it's kind of been put on the sideline. But yeah, photography, maybe writing. I love writing, and I'm a really good writer when I give myself the time to be, but yet again, that's kind of gone on the sideline as well. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Teaching. Married. Still. Probably to the same person. With the same dogs. Maybe thinking about starting a family, kids. And then share an item and tell us its significance. Oh, okay, well I'm in my library, so let's find something in here that's Jelly Bean. He thinks he's the most important thing in the world, and I do really love him. Does that count? No? Okay, fine. Something else. Oh, okay. So this is my guardian angel bear. This I think I got it on my first birthday. I obviously don't remember, but this was was it for my first birthday? I think this one was for my first birthday, and this was Farkle. And this was from Uncle Mike. And I think this one was from the other Uncle Mike, who, he died before I was born. But I think he got me this before I was born. I don't know for sure, but these are probably the bears that I've had the longest, that have come with me everywhere. This one, he's very torn up. I want to get him fixed because his leg has a little thing and his ear is kind of beat up, so he's been beaten up, but he's still loved. He used to have these ABC blocks that were right here with him. I still have those, but they're kind of just in my closet right now. But yeah, these, we will go with that. And then, is it our last question? Share an item. Now tag some people. Okay, let's see. I will tag Rye from Rye's Reading Corner. Oh, I think she was already tagged on this. I will tag Joe from Fight and Read Like a Girl. And anyone else that wants to do it. Oh, I'm also going to tag Amy from A-Star Reads. And yeah, just anyone else that wants to do this tag. It was kind of fun. And I like getting to know the booktuber behind the books, because sometimes I feel like as a booktuber, I get lost in the shuffle of, oh, it's just another haul video, it's just another wrap up, and you know, you don't really know me, but you know my books. I don't know if that makes sense. And I do really like learning about other people, so if you have a booktube channel and you want to do this tag, I tag you. I will link the questions down below, and I look forward to seeing your rendition of this video. If you do it, please let me know in the comments below, and please tag me on your video so that I know and so I can watch it and love it, and we can become friends here on YouTube and on Instagram, which my social medias are always down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, Bella and I are saying goodbye for now. Well, I mean, me and her aren't, but me and her together are saying goodbye to you for now. Bye. Bella, say bye-bye. Bye-bye, people of the internet. Oh, Jelly Bean's jealous. Okay, let's go turn off the camera.